Next up, I'm going to be giving an update on a lawsuit we covered back in another episode of the Weekly Geek involving a website called RomUniverse and Nintendo. If you missed that episode of the Weekly Geek and want to catch up on what's going on a little bit more in depth, then the original episode should be up in the iCards about now, so check it out and come back here. But just to briefly summarize, Matthew Storman is the owner of a site called RomUniverse, and he was sued by Nintendo for selling ROMs and subscriptions to games owned by Nintendo and doing damages to the trademark and Nintendo's brand image. The original $15 million request from Nintendo in 2019 was knocked down to just $2.1 million after a judge's ruling, and the ROM site has been down long since. The court also ruled that the owner would not have a permanent injunction from running the website, but would still be accountable for the final dollar verdict, basically meaning he could potentially make some version of the website again, but he would still have to pay money regardless of what he does. Now to present day, the owner of RomUniverse has filed a motion for the entire verdict to be completely thrown out and argues that Nintendo hasn't actually suffered from their brand damages. Storman, the owner, is set to begin paying back his $2.1 million verdict and has agreed to do so in monthly payments of $50, which, if I've done the math right, should take about 3,500 years, give or take a few. Yeah, 3,500 years, $50 a month. Yeah. To make matters even more interesting, Storman has failed to pay his first monthly $50, and Nintendo is left questioning if they will ever see money from Storman. Nintendo's defense team says this failure to make even the modest $50 payment, an amount that he proposed and agreed to, demonstrates that Nintendo has no adequate remedy at law for the defendant's past or future infringements and underscores the need for a permanent injunction. But let's be honest, what did Nintendo really expect to get from a guy that made his living from selling their games online and then they shut that all down? As of now, RomUniverse.com is down, and it goes to show that you can't squeeze gold coins out of a stone. The Weekly Geek team has reached out to RomUniverse to hear their comments, but we haven't heard back from him yet, but we'll keep you updated if anything new comes from this story. If you want to check out the full version of the Weekly Geek episode, click this video here. We talk about the further development in RomUniverse versus Nintendo, Loki and Fortnite, Apple Camp, and the new Star Wars announcements. If you like content like this, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next Weekly Geek. Bye.